Too many people wake up every morning feeling stuck, lost, and powerless. They look at their lives and wonder why nothing ever changes. They blame their circumstances, their upbringing, their mistakes, and even the people around them. But let me tell you something. Your life will never change until you take responsibility for it. God has given each of us a choice. Every single day we decide how we will live, how we will think, and what kind of person we will become. You cannot change your past, and you cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. You can control your attitude, your effort, and the way you choose to move forward. That is where true transformation begins. Some people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment. They say, I'll change when things get easier. I'll do better when the opportunity comes. I'll fix my life when the time is right. But let me ask you, what if the time is now? What if today is the day you decide that enough is enough? What if this very moment is the one where you stop making excuses and start taking control? You see, the world will always give you reasons to stay the same. It will always give you distractions, fears, and doubts. It will tell you that you're too broken, too far gone, too weak to change. But I want to remind you, there is no mistake too great, no failure too deep, and no past too dark that it can stop what God has planned for you. The only thing that can stop you is you. Think about the choices you've made. Every action, every word, every decision, it has shaped the life you are living right now. And if you are not where you want to be, it is not because life is unfair. It is because somewhere along the way you stopped taking responsibility. You stopped believing that you had the power to change. But listen to me. God has already given you everything you need to turn things around. It's not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. What kind of choices are you making? When you wake up in the morning, are you choosing faith over fear? Are you choosing discipline over distraction? Are you choosing to move forward instead of standing still? Because every single choice you make brings you closer to your purpose or pulls you further away from it. Maybe you've been carrying the weight of regret. Maybe you've made mistakes that haunt you and you think it's too late. But hear me, it is never too late for a new beginning. It is never too late to stand up, take responsibility, and say, this is the moment everything changes. Nobody is coming to rescue you. No one is going to live your life for you. You have been given a unique purpose, a calling that only you can fulfill. But it will never happen if you keep waiting for the world to change. You have to change. You have to wake up, shake off the excuses, and take hold of the life that is waiting for you. So today, make a decision. No more blaming the past. No more waiting for permission. No more living as if you are powerless. You are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you imagine. And with God's strength, there is nothing that can stop you except the choice to do nothing. It's time to wake up. It's time to take responsibility, and it's time to change your life. Every great change begins in the mind. The way you think determines the way you live. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, your life will reflect that. But if your mind is grounded in faith, if it is filled with strength and truth, then no obstacle will be too great for you to overcome. The battle for your future is fought in your thoughts. You cannot expect to live a victorious life if your mind is constantly filled with defeat. Too many people walk through life imprisoned by their own thoughts. They believe the lies that say, I'm not good enough. I'll never change. I'm not strong enough to overcome this. And when you believe these things, you begin to live as if they are true. But hear me, what you believe about yourself will shape your destiny. If you believe you are weak, you will live weak. If you believe you are hopeless, you will live without hope. But the moment you begin to believe the truth, that you are created with purpose, that you are stronger than your struggles, that you are called to something greater, your life begins to change. You have to train your mind for faith. Just as an athlete strengthens his body through discipline, you must strengthen your thoughts through the truth. You must guard your mind against negativity, against fear, against anything that pulls you away from your purpose. Because what fills your mind will eventually shape your reality. Some people wonder why their lives never change, why they are always anxious, always discouraged, always struggling. But when you look at what they focus on, you see the problem. They feed their mind with doubt. They surround themselves with voices that tell them they can't do it. They dwell on their failures instead of their potential. And without realizing it, they have built a life of limitation simply because they have never trained their mind to believe for more. But faith changes everything. Faith shifts your perspective. Faith lifts your eyes from the problem to the possibility. Faith reminds you that no matter how difficult things seem, no matter how impossible the road ahead looks, you are never alone. There is a greater power at work in your life. There is a purpose beyond what you can see, and when you walk in faith, you walk in strength. Faith is not just a feeling. It is not just something you turn to when life gets hard. Faith is a choice. It is a decision to trust even when things don't make sense. It is the commitment to keep moving forward even when fear tells you to stop. It is the discipline of choosing hope over despair, courage over doubt, truth over the lies that try to hold you back. Your mindset matters. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. You must fill your mind with truth, with faith, with the belief that you are not here by accident. You must remind yourself daily that you are stronger than your struggles, that setbacks are not the end of your story, that no failure is final unless you choose to quit. Some of you have been living in the shadow of fear for too long. You've allowed doubt to control your decisions, worry to steal your peace, and negativity to shape your identity. But today, you have a choice. You can choose to stay where you are, trapped by the limitations in your own mind, or you can choose to rise. You can choose to train your mind for faith, to fill your thoughts with strength, to reject the lies that tell you that you can't and start believing that you can, because you can. You can overcome the struggle. You can break through the fear. You can live a life of courage, purpose, and power. But it begins in your mind. It begins with the choice to strengthen your thoughts, to stand on faith, and to refuse to let doubt steal the life you were meant to live. The battle is in your mind. Win the battle there, and you will win it in your life. Excuses are the enemy of progress. Every single day, people wake up with dreams in their hearts, with desires to be better, to do better, to change their lives. But instead of taking action, they make excuses. They tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow. I don't have the time. It's too hard. I don't have what it takes. And before they know it, days turn into months, months turn into years, and nothing ever changes. But listen, nothing in life changes until you decide to take action. Wishing for a better life won't make it happen. Hoping for change won't bring it. You can have all the dreams in the world, but if you don't step forward, if you don't put in the work, if you don't move in faith, then you will stay exactly where you are. Too many people wait for the perfect moment. They wait for the right opportunity, for things to get easier, for a sign to appear before they take the first step. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The right time is now. The right moment is today. And the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the decision to start. Some people look at others who have succeeded and think they had it easier. But let me tell you something. Every person who has achieved something great had to make sacrifices. They had to push through doubt. They had to overcome fear. They had to ignore their excuses and take action. Because success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who work, who believe, who refuse to quit. So what are you waiting for? What excuse have you been telling yourself that is keeping you from the life you are meant to live? Is it fear? Is it the lie that you're not good enough? Is it the idea that you will fail if you try? If that's what's holding you back, then you need to understand something. Failure is not the enemy. The real enemy is doing nothing. The real failure is staying the same when you know you're called to more. You cannot afford to waste another day. You cannot keep pushing off the life that was meant for you. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be challenges in your way. But you must be stronger than your excuses. You must decide that no matter what obstacles come, you will keep moving forward. Taking action is not always easy. It requires discipline, it requires courage, it requires faith. But if you are willing to step forward, even when you are afraid, even when you don't have all the answers, even when the road is uncertain, you will see that every small step you take brings you closer to your purpose. Too often, people want results without the effort. They want success without the struggle. They want growth without the work. But the truth is, transformation only happens when you commit. When you wake up every day and decide that you will not settle, that you will not stay stuck, that you will do what it takes to become the person you are meant to be. Some of you are waiting for a sign. This is your sign. Some of you are waiting for a voice to tell you it's time. This is that voice. There is no more time to waste. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more delaying. What you know in your heart you are meant to do, the time is now, the choice is yours, and if you are willing to take action, nothing can stop you from becoming everything you were created to be. Life is not just about what you can gain, it's about what you can give. Too many people go through life chasing after success, wealth, and recognition, thinking that these things will bring them fulfillment. But no matter how much you achieve, no matter how much you own, if your life is only about yourself, you will always feel empty. Because real purpose, real joy, real meaning is found not in what you take, but in what you give. Look around you. The world is filled with people who are searching for hope, searching for kindness, searching for someone who will remind them that they are not alone. And yet, so often we become so focused on our own struggles, our own desires, that we forget the power we have to impact the lives of others. But when you make the decision to live beyond yourself, when you choose to serve, to encourage, to lift others up, something incredible happens. You stop feeling lost. You stop feeling like your life has no direction because suddenly your purpose becomes clear. Some people think that in order to make a difference, they need to do something big, something extraordinary. But the truth is, purpose isn't found in grand gestures. It's found in the small, everyday choices to love, to help, to give, to be a light in someone else's darkness. It's in the way you treat the people around you. It's in the way you speak to a stranger. It's in the way you take time to listen when someone is hurting. You don't have to change the whole world, but you can change someone's world. What if the key to unlocking the life you've been searching for isn't in getting more, but in giving more? What if the success you've been chasing will only come when you stop thinking about yourself and start looking for ways to serve? Because true success is not measured by how much you have, but by how much you give. It is measured by the lives you touch, the hearts you heal, the hope you bring into the lives of others. Some of the most unfulfilled people in the world are those who have everything, yet feel nothing. Because no amount of money, no amount of recognition, no amount of achievement can replace the deep satisfaction that comes from living a life of service. But when you shift your focus, when you begin to wake up every day and ask, how can I be a blessing to someone today? That's when your life truly begins to change. There are people right now who need what only you can give. Someone needs your kindness. Someone needs your encouragement. Someone needs to know that they are not forgotten. And you might be the only person who can show them that. You have been given gifts, not just for yourself, but to share with others. Your words have power. Your actions have impact. Your presence in this world is not an accident. And when you use what you have been given to lift others up, you will find that you are lifted up as well. The world teaches us to focus on ourselves, to put our own needs first, to chase after our own dreams at any cost. But real purpose is never found in selfishness. It is found in sacrifice. It is found in giving. It is found in realizing that life is not just about you, it is about what you can do for others. Some of you have been searching for meaning, wondering why you feel lost, why nothing you do seems to bring you real joy. Maybe the answer isn't in what you can get, but in what you can give. Maybe the breakthrough you're waiting for will come the moment you decide to live for something greater than yourself. So make the choice today. Choose to serve. Choose to give. Choose to be a light in a world that so desperately needs it. And as you do, you will find that the life you've been looking for has been waiting for you all along. Failure is not the end of the road. It is not a sign that you should give up, and it is certainly not proof that you are not good enough. Failure is a stepping stone. It is part of the journey. Every single person who has ever achieved something great has faced failure along the way. The difference is they did not let it stop them. They did not let it define them. They chose to keep going. And that is what you must do. Too many people let failure convince them that they are not capable, that they are not worthy, that their dreams were never meant to be. They face rejection and they take it as proof that they are not enough. But listen, failure is not a reflection of your worth. It is a test of your perseverance. It is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. The only real failure is giving up. The only way you lose is if you quit. Think about a child learning to walk. They take their first steps and they fall. They get back up, take a few more steps, and they fall again. But they don't stop. They don't say, maybe walking isn't for me. They don't decide that falling means they will never succeed. No, they keep getting up. They keep trying, and before long, they are running. So why do we as adults treat failure differently? Why do we let one mistake convince us that we are not capable? Why do we let one setback make us believe that we will never reach our goal? If you fall, get back up. If you fail, try again. If things don't go the way you planned, adjust, learn, and keep moving forward. Some of the most successful people in history failed more times than they succeeded, but their success came because they refused to give up. They understood that every failure carried a lesson, that every setback was an opportunity to grow, and the same is true for you. Every mistake you've made, every time you've fallen short, every time things haven't worked out, it was never meant to stop you. It was meant to teach you. It was meant to prepare you for something greater. Some of you have been carrying the weight of failure for too long. You've let it define you. You've let it convince you that you are not enough, that you are not capable, that you are too broken to keep going. But that is a lie. You are not your failures. You are not your mistakes. You are more than your past. And as long as you have breath in your lungs, you have the opportunity to rise again. Fear of failure holds too many people back. They don't even try because they are afraid of what might go wrong. But what if you shifted your perspective? What if instead of fearing failure, you embraced it as part of the process? What if you saw it as a teacher, as a necessary step on the path to success? You will never reach your full potential if you let fear control you. You will never see what you are truly capable of if you let failure convince you to stop trying. The people who achieve their dreams are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who never give up. So don't let failure stop you. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the mistakes of yesterday keep you from the victories of tomorrow. Keep going, keep believing, keep pressing forward, because if you refuse to quit, if you refuse to give up, nothing can stop you from becoming everything you were meant to be. There comes a moment in life when you have to decide who you are going to be. Not who the world says you are, not who your past tells you to be, not who your mistakes try to define you as, but who you were created to be. Too many people live their entire lives never stepping into their true identity, never embracing the purpose they were meant for, never becoming the person they were designed to be. They settle for less. They accept limitations that were never meant to define them. They allow fear, doubt, and the opinions of others to dictate the course of their lives. But there is a greater calling on your life, and the time has come to step into it. You cannot keep living in hesitation, waiting for permission to be who you were meant to be. You do not need permission. You do not need validation. You do not need someone else to tell you that you are capable, that you are strong, that you have what it takes. You have already been given everything you need to fulfill your purpose, but you have to believe it. You have to step out in faith and walk in the confidence that you were made for more than just existing. You were made to live, to impact, to grow, to overcome. There is no more time for playing small. No more time for waiting on the sidelines, hoping that one day the opportunity will come. The opportunity is now. If you want your life to change, if you want to see transformation, if you want to experience the fullness of what you were created for, then you must choose to rise. You must make the choice to let go of the things that are holding you back, the fear, the doubt, the excuses, and step fully into the life you were meant to live. Some of you have spent years running from your calling, running from your potential, running from the greatness that is inside of you. Maybe you've told yourself that you are not good enough, that you are not ready, that you are not worthy, but that is a lie. You are more than enough. You have been prepared for this. Every struggle, every challenge, every moment of doubt has shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you for what is ahead. But you have to be willing to walk into it. No one can do it for you. No one can make the choice for you. It has to come from you. It won't always be easy. The journey ahead will require faith, perseverance, and courage. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. There will be times when you question whether you are strong enough to keep going. But hear this. If you do not quit, if you do not give in, if you stand firm and keep moving forward, you will see the reward. You will see the purpose unfold. You will see that everything you have been through has been leading you to this moment. You cannot afford to live a life of regret. You cannot afford to look back one day and wonder what could have been if only you had stepped out in faith. The time is now. Your life is too valuable, your purpose too great, your impact too important to waste another moment living in fear. You were made for more. You were made to rise, to lead, to serve, to overcome, to inspire, to change the world around you. But it starts with a choice. It starts with you deciding today that you will not settle, that you will not shrink back, that you will step forward and take hold of the life that is waiting for you. So make the choice. Step into your purpose, walk in the confidence that you were created for something greater, and never look back.